I'll call to order our special called session of the Schertz City Council of November 8th, 2018. First item of business that we have this evening are the opening prayer, pledges of allegiance, and the flags of the United States and the state of Texas, and Councilman Gutierrez will lead us in those. You'll join me in standing, please.
Lord, we are meeting today to conduct matters of our community. Bless each person who took the time to gather here today. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness. Share a little of your wisdom with us to help us do the right by all concerns. We seek your guidance, courage, and strength during our deliberations. Let the work done here tonight come to fruition, and let it be for your glory. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one, and indivisible.
Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. All right. Next thing up, we have the hearing of residents. I have two folks that have signed up this evening, and first up is Mr. Bolter.
Brent Bolter, 2633 Cloverbrook Lane. It's been a while since I've been here. I've had a lot of issues. I haven't been able to get in here tonight. I had to go to physical therapy, so I'm dressed quite informally, so I apologize for that. I know tonight is supposed to be simply closed-door meeting. I'm going to go in there and talk about a candidate for city manager, is my understanding. So here's my concern. As we remember back when the previous city manager was fired, there was a closed-door meeting. People went back. Y'all came out. Motion was made. It was seconded, and a vote happened. We didn't have a city manager. So tonight, even though supposedly nothing's going to happen, because it's a regular meeting, because there's an agenda item, you go back in the closed session, you walk out here, somebody makes a motion, somebody seconds that motion, and now all of a sudden we got a vote. And here's my issue. We had an election. We have two individuals that are going to be seated on council on the 20th, I believe. And when that happens, those individuals will be part of city council. And from that moment going forward, based on us, the voters, we wanted those two people to come on board. My opinion is that they should be intimately involved with the hiring of whoever the next city manager is going to be. So I just wanted to speak tonight and make sure that at least you're hearing from me, and I know that there's citizens that I've talked to about this issue that want to see the two new council members seated, and then by all means proceed with whatever you need to do to figure out who's going to be the new city manager, but those two individuals need to be sitting on council and assist with the rest of you to make that decision. So again, I was told no big deal tonight, going to be some discussion, going to come out, no action taken. But all it takes, I make a motion, I got a second, and now he's got to take a vote. And all we need is 4, because all we had was 4 the last time. And then all of a sudden, somebody's going to be sitting in that chair. And 2 new city council people that are going to have to deal with whoever the new city manager will have not had a voice. And I just think that's wrong. So by all means, go discuss, go talk about whatever you're going to talk about. But what I want to see is no action was taken. And you have the 2 new council members, by all means, press ahead. We've waited this long, and we got to make sure that we get the right person sitting in that seat. Because I'll say again tonight what I said all the way back then about this situation. Whoever gets hired doesn't have to do the same job that Mr. Kessel did. They have to do a better job. Because if they don't do a better job than Mr. Kessel, why did we fire Mr. Kessel? So whoever gets hired better do a better job. That's the expectation, at least from me and other citizens that I've talked to. So again, just wanted to make sure, and I apologize again tonight. I've got to leave here shortly because I've got other errands that I'm in the middle of, and it's just, but I wanted to come in and make sure that I said my piece. I thank Michelle Womack for reading my piece the last time because I was at physical therapy and I just couldn't get here in time. So again, I just wanted to put that out on the table, and just because I'm not always here, rest assured that I'm paying attention. I'm reading agendas and I'm watching on YouTube. So it's not like I don't know what's going on. I continue to watch what's going on. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you, sir. Next up, Mr. Eldridge.
Dana Eldridge, 2628 Gallant Fox Drive, Schertz, Texas. I'd like to commend 4 individuals tonight for a well-run race for City Council. Mr. Crawford, Tim Brown, Allison Hayward, Chelsea Skorbacek. We had quite a bit of turnout in the City of Schertz. I thought that was very good. We have 2 new members have been elected to the City Council. I have to agree with what Brent had to say. We've waited quite a while without a city manager because of the actions from our city council. To do this at this time in the process, while the voting's going on, to start having interviews, I think the timing is a little strange. I would hope that I don't have a problem with interviewing. I would hope that you don't make the choice to make a motion, second the motion, and do the voting when you have 2 new council members that are going to be up there very shortly and should be deeply involved in the city since they're going to be here the longest of anybody unless there's re-elections, since they're sitting there for the next, 3 years. I think they should be highly involved in this. So I would highly recommend that you, I don't have to jump. It's time to see you guys over there. How you doing? I would like for you guys to just take it under advisement that interviews are fine, but let's wait to make the final decision until we have the people that are going to be working with this individual the longest on the council. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, the next thing we have on the agenda this evening, we have a closed session. City Council will meet in closed session under Section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code, personnel matters, to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of the city manager. At this time, we will recess our open session. I have ten minutes after 6, and we will return to open session as soon as we're able. The next item that we have on the agenda is take any action based on discussions held in closed session. Under agenda item number 1, there's no action to take this evening, therefore no need for a roll call vote confirmation. Requests and announcements, we're just going to skip straight down to any items that we need to have on a future agenda that we don't already have scheduled. Appears that we do not. In that case, if there's nothing else from staff or from council, then we stand adjourned.